Hi friends. So I have a couple series of vlogs coming out in the next few months. One of my trip to the UK and also one of my trip to Hong Kong. But they're going to be incomplete and I wanted to make this video to explain why. And the reason that these vlogs are going to be incomplete is because my camera and all of that footage is at the bottom of the ocean. And why is my camera at the bottom of the ocean? Well, let me tell you. So let's go back to the night of October 31st, 2023. It's Halloween. I'm in Hong Kong with my dad. We've been there for a few days and it's been a great time. We're on a nighttime junk boat tour. I'm filming, enjoying the night, enjoying the view, and suddenly I realized that the SD card in my camera is full. But it's not a problem. I have an extra one, so I go to sit down to change the SD card. And as I'm doing this, the tour guide comes over and he says, "Oh, let me take your photo," and he gestures for me to go stand by the railing. And I'm like, okay, but let me just finish what I'm doing here. So I'm a little bit flustered. I try to hurry up. So I changed the SD card and then I realized that the second SD card is actually full of photos from my UK trip that I had forgotten to take off. So I'm like, oh shoot. But then I realized some of the photos on the other SD card I do remember backing up. So I'm like, I'll delete some of the photos on that card and just use that one. So I do that. I put the SD card back in the camera. I put the camera back in the bag. I zip it up. I make sure the outside pocket is also closed as well. Then I stand up and I go to the railing to get my photo taken. And I hand my phone to the tour guide. He's taking my photo. I'm smiling. And as I'm standing there, I feel my bag strap shift a little weirdly, but it's like a crossbody bag, so I don't worry about it too much. I keep smiling. I look at the tour guide, and then the tour guide says, "Oh, maybe do you want to move your bag?" And I was like, oh, okay. So I reach for my bag strap, and as I'm reaching for the strap, I feel it slip off behind me. And at first I'm like, what just happened? I don't understand. All I know is that my bag is not on my body and it's also not on the floor of the boat. And I'm like, did my camera just fall into the ocean? And long story short, it did. We searched the floor of the boat for several minutes and we even called back later to ask if they could look during the daytime. But it's gone and now it's probably at the bottom of the ocean, rotting away and keeping the fish company. So what I realized had happened after the fact was that somehow between me sitting down and changing the SD card and walking to the railing, the clip that keeps the strap attached to the bag had become undone. So you can see this picture here. This was taken literally seconds before it fell into the ocean, and you can see that the strap is not attached to anything. So I still, to this day, do not know how it got unclipped, but it must have gotten unclipped while I was changing the SD card or something. I feel like a lot of things kind of aligned for this perfect tragedy to happen. Like, for example, if it was daytime, I think I would have noticed that it was unclipped, or if maybe the tour guide had registered what he was seeing as he was taking my photo, because you can see it in the photo, it's unclipped. He just didn't understand. Or even if the back clip had come undone and had fallen forward, I could have caught it. But none of those things happened and it's gone. Anyway, so I lost everything in that bag, which included the $600 camera, 2 camera batteries, my hotel key, my transit card, and of course the 2 SD cards full of footage. So that footage included the beginning half of my UK trip and then also the first few days of my trip in Hong Kong. I was able to buy a new camera the next day, so I did retake a lot of the footage that I had taken earlier in Hong Kong, but the UK footage, totally irreplaceable, gone forever. So yeah, anyway, -1,000 out of 10 experience. It was probably one of the worst things that has ever happened to me. I would have probably rather dropped literally anything else, except for maybe my passport, because everything else was replaceable. Anyway, so there you have it. That's why my vlogs will be incomplete in the next couple months. But yeah, I'm sorry, but any secondhand horror you're feeling right now, just multiply that by like 1,000. And that's how I was feeling. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!